morning everybody and welcome to Wiser Reporting. I am Wiser UKG and today's report is about the council housing auction protest that went on in Bristol the other day outside on Pembroke Road and the All Saints Church. There was a protest held because George Ferguson and Bristol City Council are selling off 15, or have sold off 15 council houses which were needed or felt are needed by the members of the public because they're in the middle of a massive housing crisis in Bristol right now. And selling of 15 council houses is morally wrong. Plus, they held it in a church, which is also is another level. Not really something I'm too bothered about because I'm not too religious, but it is something that is going to come up in the report. So yeah, I'm not going to bore you too much by chit-chatting along, but yeah, these are parts of the protest, and there's also I'll explain little bits in between because there's going to be bits you probably don't understand too much. So yeah, check out the report.
So when we are building council homes for the first time, new council homes for the first time for over 30 years in Bristol, I'm proud of that, and that is accelerating. Of course, we've only got a few now because we've only had 3 years to do it. But that is increasing and will, subject to government legislation that actually is impeding us, will increase.
You just said that, George. Bristol City Council are just about to sell off another load of council houses.
How many, Paul?
Well, it's about 15, but the bigger issue is actually this has been happening, and it's been happening since about 2003, actually. So when you start to say to us, oh, it's only 15 homes, it's still 15 homes.
It will produce 30 homes.
Excuse me, can you not interrupt me, please, George? I'm just trying to get my point
across. You
across.
keep telling...
No.
Can you explain? Okay, George, can you explain how selling 15 homes means it's possible for us to build...
Well, because these are homes that are not got good access, badly insulated, need restoration, cannot be let economically, but they have a value that will probably raise us about £2.5 million. That full £2.5 million will be reinvested in social housing.
This house, ex-service person currently in this house has no housing to go to.
Shame on you! 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 Where's the vicar? I demand to speak to the vicar now! Where's the vicar?
Ferguson! Shame on you! Ferguson! Shame on you! Ferguson! Shame on you! Ferguson!
Shame on you!
Who's home? I am! Who's home? I am! Who's home?
Shame on you! Shame on you! I respect it.
Which property are you bidding on today then, sir? Can I tell us what you're putting on? No?
One in a lot! Repeat the lots after me! We've got lots! 33! 35!
Are you here to bid today, sir? You're not bidding today? What are you going there for then, sir?
I'm going to look.
You're going to look? Okay. Bid on, sir.
Sorry.
What property do you usually look at? What property were you bidding on?
That's my business.
It's also our business. You come to our City Spark properties. What are you bidding on?
It's just my business that I bid for.
Council houses not for sale! Council houses not for sale!
you mind telling me which property we've just been on?
Sevier Street. It's just Sevier Street.
Sevier Street, yeah, in St. Paul's, Montpellier?
St. Werburgh's, actually, yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you mind, did you win it at all? Or?
No.
Do you know how much it went for?
I can't remember, no.
You're
It went
sure?
above what I could afford. For
Really?
My,
Okay, what do you know what the bidding, the guide price was? Do you remember? Obviously, it was released before the auction.
165, but it went a good 80 over that.
A good 80 over the price.
I think so,
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Now, you may remember from last time when I went to the Dodgy Dave demo down with the Bristol's People's Assembly that I bumped into a guy called Jack, who's one of the organisers down at Bristol People's Assembly. He was also at this event. I believe he was also one of the organisers for this one. So yeah, I got a quick little interview with him. Check it out.
How we doing, Jack? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, it's been absolutely, really big community protest today. Really lively. It's kind of a few people have drifted off, but loads of people have come as well. So it just keeps going, keeps flowing. People have been trying to go in and bid for the homes. We've been making a real racket.
People have been actually
quite worried about going in. Why are people so bothered about these houses being sold off? They're starting to work out.
Here's some more.
Not for sale! 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 Not for sale!
Yeah, as you were saying before, it got a bit too loud.
Sorry, people going in, been wondering what all the fuss is about, and I think they're learning that people, these are homes that belong to the people, and people are willing to put up a fight for them, and they're going to go in there, hopefully be a little bit more, worried about why they should be built, why are they bidding for these houses at a cut price, when, why are they going to make loads of money off it, and private interests,
Personally, if I came here and I had all these people screaming and I got cameras in my face, I'd think twice about coming in and buying something. So there's something wrong,
I mean, generally, I have to say, it's not been physical at all. Like, BBC, I think covered.
Well,
there was a skirmish. Yeah, it was like some side skirmish, and the BBC went over and filmed it. Really, it's just been loads of people coming together. Yes, we've been putting pressure at the door. Nobody's been being physical, but we've been putting a lot of pressure on people.
So does anyone know why the young man was arrested, or what was there a reason given?
I don't know.
They said he was spitting and causing too much of a nuisance, but for me, I didn't see him do anything. A young man was pushed into the road by a police officer as well.
So I came round the corner, I saw them all chasing him.
They pushed him into the road. He pushed him into the road for no just cause, and it was.
I saw another person was thrown to the floor.
The police officer's gone now. They pushed him into the road.
I asked every single officer here, not one of them would tell me why he was arrested. Not one of them could tell me.
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
Can I tell us what you've been on today then?
They should put it in the newspaper next time.
What have you been on today, my friend?
Shame on you! On you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
I want to buy a house for myself,
So you want to buy a house?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let you in?
Well, I don't want to buy too much, but you just want to go into this about.
And what do you think of the protest?
I can't say I disagree with selling off council houses, but it's wrong. So.
And what about the attitude of people you met on the door?
Which one? Those two there?
Yeah,
they're there to do a job. They need to give the auction safe.
And what's your name, sir?
Jack.
Get the money lenders out of the temple. Get the money lenders out.
Do you mind telling us what you're bidding on today, sir? Do you mind telling us what you're here to bid on today? And if you mind telling us which properties you're here to buy today? And if you fancy telling us why you're here to bid today? Do you mind telling us what property you're here to buy today, sir?
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all there is to show really. There's nothing much more than that. There was an incident with the police, but I'm going to do that in a separate video because I don't want to bring in negativity towards the protesters, because that's what this report was about, was bringing what the protesters were there to do. So yeah, thank you to everybody involved. There's also a video online. If you look up Paul Saville on YouTube, Paul Saville. So yeah, check it out, because he went to the Cotham address, which has been occupied by activists. And yeah, basically the living conditions that were described there are not as how they've been found. It's a really good condition there, but I recommend you go and check that out as soon as possible. So yeah, go to Paul Saville's page If you need a link, I'll put up my Facebook, and most of you guys know me on Facebook anyway. So yeah, hit up Paul Saville for that one, because it's really interesting. We basically exposed them for lying. Well done, Paul. It's really good, and you fair play for that, mate. You absolutely exposed it. Well done, well done. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in for this report. Like I say, if you're interested in the police thing, I'm literally going to do a quick little report with a bunch of videos from the public and what I've caught in the next report. So yeah, look out for that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.